Hello, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be part of the Voices. So I'm Dr. Flavia Santos. I'm a UCD Adastro Fellow and Assistant Professor, and I'm a member of the Affective, Behavioral, and Cognitive Neuroscience group. I'm the director of the UCD Music and Math Cognition Lab. And my presentation is about the effects of musical training on children's mathematical learning. And why is this important? Because low numeracy has a long-lasting impact in development. It undermines economic, social, and psychological outcomes in adulthood. Individuals with low numeracy during childhood, when they become adults, they will have a higher risk for depression, lower occupational status, lower incomes, and trouble with authority. So we need interventions that will improve outcomes and allow a better development for those individuals. So the study one was the Numeracy Musical Training applied for preschool children, aiming to stimulate numerical cognition. So we had two groups, experimental in black and controls in gray. The children were randomly assigned to those groups. They had a pre-test and a post-test. The control group had the business as usual, so only classes. The experimental group had the intervention, the numeracy musical training. So we had 47 Brazilian preschoolers aged 5, boys and girls, all Portuguese speakers, no formal musical experience, and middle class from a public school. The numeracy musical training had 8 sessions lasting 45 minutes and carry out in small groups. Each session had 3 components, one melodic, one rhythmic, and one pitch. And we had the 8 sessions, including the 4 components of numerical cognition. So the cardinal system, numerical verbal system, symbolic, and ordinal system. So 4 sessions had body and voice, and the other 4 sessions had musical instrument sounds. Results are very nice. We obtained near transfer, which means that we trained something related to mathematics and children improved in counting and addition and subtraction. So only the experimental group had an improvement from pre-test to post-test in those tasks. We also found a far transfer, so something not expected, an improvement in phonological memory. So only the experimental group improved from the pre-test to the post-test in this digital recall task. In the second study, we used the same intervention, but this time we had 3rd and 4th graders with low achievement, so with low numeracy skills. And the results are also very interesting. So in the left side, we see, in the left block, see children with low numeracy, so children with dyscalculia. And the performance in 2 tasks. In light gray, you see mental calculation, so the pre-test was lower than the post-test, so they increased the percentage of correct responses. And the same happened for the oral problems, which is the dark gray. So the pre-test was, there was an improvement from pre-test to post-test in this task, but only for the experimental group. The controls, they were already having a higher percentage of correct responses, and they didn't change with the intervention. And then the study 3, we were interested to see if there was a persistent effect of musical training in the activities. So in this study, we had no numerical components, just pure musical training. And again, we had children with low numeracy, and they were school children. So in this study, we had a baseline, mid-test, post-test, and follow-up. 7 sessions of melodic and 7 sections of rhythmic musical training, of course, counterbalanced. So half of the sample started by melodic and the other half started by the rhythmic. And the results are summarized on the right side in this graphic, where you can see in the legend on the bottom, baseline in dark purple, and then mid-test, post-test, and follow-up. And we can see, according to the asterisks, the functions that improved after intervention, but more importantly, for number production, number comprehension, and calculation, we could see that the performance on the baseline remain on the follow-up. So indicating that it really was a persistent effect. So it's something really good. And then it's just to let you know that I'm not alone in this. There are at least 3 huge systematic reviews confirming the same findings, that the musical training can improve cognitive measures and academic skills in school children, debunking the work of Sala and Gobet, who found a negative finding in this area. Just for letting you know, I'm hiring right now. We just got funded for this project. So if you are interested to contribute to children's mathematical education through digital games, please contact me. You can see my Twitter account on the top. You can scan the QR code on the left side of this image and send me an email if you prefer. So thank you so much for your time, for your interest in my work, and hope you have a wonderful continuation of this conference. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.